Welcome to Arcade Couch, the best place to chill with your friends and get your gaming goodness every Monday. My name's Dylan Blight. Joining me on the show, Ashley Hodley.
Hey Dylan, excited to be here. I haven't got a joke this week.
That's disappointing, highly disappointing. You're letting down the whole company.
I'm very excited to announce that I'm going to be showing up to this podcast this week.
Thank you. Much appreciated. Also here, Kira Merchant.
Hey everybody, I'm really happy to announce that I haven't gone back to a life of Overwatch pro playing yet, I haven't, taken another sabbatical yet. I'm still here. Still here.
Don't know why you said yet. Don't say yet.
Got to leave his options open.
Just move the full stop before that word. All right, so today on the show, we're going to talk about old Geoffy skipping E3, Half-Life, Alyx getting a release date, the D.I.C.E Award winners, and we're going to talk a little bit about embargoes. But first, a follow-up to last week's story where we theorized that Intel Extreme Masters could be moving to Melbourne. Intel Extreme Masters is moving to Melbourne. So on the ESL gaming website, they write, ESL, the world's ESL, the world's largest esports company in collaboration with TG Live, a leading promoter of live entertainment, today announced that 2020 edition of the Melbourne Esports Open, MEO, will be headlined by Intel Extreme Masters, IEM, the longest running global professional esports tournament circuit in the world, featuring US $250,000 prize pool. The Melbourne Esports Open, in conjunction with the IEM, will be held at Melbourne Olympic Park across Saturday the 22nd and Sunday the 23rd of August 2020. This is the first year that MEO will feature a global headline tournament, boasting a prize pool of $250,000 Counter-Strike Global Offensive teams from around the world. August 2020 will mark the 4th anniversary of IEM Australia in the first time Victoria capital. So blah, 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 blah. Long story short, they're basically combining both events in an even bigger effort just to turn Melbourne into the gaming capital of Australia. And as we don't need to spend too much time on it, because obviously we talked about it when I was theorizing last week, and obviously after everything we said last week, this is like, well, this is great now. And also I messaged Kieran when I saw the news of it. I was like, I think I'm going to go to IM this year. Like, I'm going to at least look into going to IM this year, because it's like, I can go to that.
It'll be interesting to see how they do. It'll be interesting how they do tickets for it, because for
they've got
Melbourne
the ticket
Esports,
prices in this article. So
do they actually already have the ticket? Because it's interesting to see, because normally IEM has a pretty broad variety of tickets and like VIPs and potential like where you're sitting, and you could get general admission, and you kind of have to try and snipe a seat as soon as you can.
So it says general public choose between a IM Arena single day ticket, which is $69, weekend ticket $139, weekend premium ticket $229, global elite tickets $999. In addition, all ticket types will offer ground pass access to Melbourne Esports Open, and the MEO tickets will be ground pass single day $25, weekend $39.
So if you
ticket holders will gain access.
So the IEM tickets will be like designated seats within Rod Laver Arena. You would think, or
it'll give you access to Rod Laver. If you buy just a normal Rod Laver, if you just buy a normal MEO ticket, you won't be able to go anywhere near IEM. You won't be able to go.
No. But also MEO is the tickets. Obviously, if you only go for a day, it's $25.
$30 difference. Yeah,
so it's way cheaper.
Just whacking a couple global elite tickets on the company credit card there, Dylan.
Yeah, if only. But yeah, it's like if you want to go,
Kofi.com/explosion.
I mean, let's be honest. I'm just going to try.
Or explosionnetwork.com/support.
I'm just going to try and get press passes. Let's be real. Let's just be honest. There's no point fucking around. So if you want to go to both, it's like just buy IEM. If you're thinking about going to IEM, but you mainly want to hang out with friends at Melbourne Esports Open, then maybe I guess you'd pay
the $25 for a ground ticket and be like, hey guys, while you're in there, I'll sit out here, I guess, and wait. It just depends. If your friends are going to IEM, I would just pay for the IEM ticket, because Counter-Strike, if you like video games, Counter-Strike is probably, as I've said in the past, the easiest esport to watch and get into. It's very different from, I guess, even if you've like, I've watched it on a stream once and I thought it was kind of boring on the stream. Once you're in a crowd environment where people are cheering, people are reacting, it's infectious and you get more involved in it, and it's a lot more fun to watch. So don't stress about that.
Well, Counter-Strike's like, compared to like games that come out these days, like even Overwatch, it's a couple of years old now, obviously. It's like Counter-Strike is just go kill some people, shoot them with my guns. Does your character have any abilities? No. Got a sniper, got a pistol, bro.
This person, why did they all buy pistols this one round? That's eco rounds because they're saving money.
Yeah.
Why
I mean,
they use
that's the only confusing part of Counter-Strike, I guess, the fact that you have money per round to buy weapons. But but general objectives is easy, yeah. The other stuff that's going to be there is Overwatch League.
Fortnite probably.
Overwatch League, it'll be Overwatch Contenders, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
If it's League, stuff. I'd lose my mind.
I think League is homegrown stuff as well, obviously. I can't remember. It doesn't have the full list here, and I thought it would, but I can't bother trying to look it up later. They might not have locked in the full thing yet anyway. Obviously, IEM's full big thing is the Counter-Strike thing. So, anyway, so that's cool. That's on. Or did I say a date or did I miss the date? August 22nd, 23rd, whatever I said before. Trying to find it again. Yeah, so Saturday, 22nd to 23rd of August, 2020. There you go. Just a little bit before. It's like a month before.
Pre-packed. They could have spread them out a little bit more.
Yeah, but it's like. But I guess 6 weeks.
Well,
no.
It's longer than that, isn't it? August.
It'd be like 7 to 8 weeks or something.
Yeah,
August, but it's like the end of August, so there'll be like one more week.
It'll be like 7 weeks.
It'll be like, I reckon it's like 6 weeks.
It's like 5 weeks. Something like that.
5 weeks?
It's not, yeah.
Welcome it's like to Arcade Couch, where the hosts spend way too long working out weeks in a calendar year.
I feel like this is highly important information that we can't leave the show until I get right. So I'm just going to look it up quickly now. So if that's on that weekend, then yeah, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks beforehand.
6 weeks.
6 weeks beforehand. Everyone at home, like wipe your brows. Everything is cool. We can all chillax now.
I guess from a certain perspective, it's disappointing. There's one less event during the year.
Yeah, but more people go to it because it's not in Sydney.
What about people who won't travel to Melbourne and were living in Sydney? Now they don't have something.
But it's also now. You're BL champ. You're also now you have it's easier to go to the events you want to go to because in the past you might have had to choose between Melbourne Esports Open and the same thing. IEM because 2 very different times, 2 very different locations. You might only have the option to go to one, and there you go.
And also, if you're like, why
all I'm saying is less choice is not always better.
In this case, I think it is. If you're like, also like, surely IEM's like going to kill MEO. No, I think having them on the same weekend will actually potentially bring more people to MEO because people would come down to watch the big game of IEM and then they might pop over to MEO to watch some like random other stuff in between and whatever else, swing backwards and forwards. So I think it's good. I think it's a good idea. So see how it goes. Anyway, IGN's got this interesting story here. Activision says that players can expect many more remasters and reimagined experiences from 2020 after the success of revived franchises like Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, and Call of Duty Modern Warfare during the Q4 fiscal year 2019. Investor call earlier this week, Activision Blizzard CFO Dennis Durkin revealed that in addition to new games and IP, Activision, quote, will continue to tap into our portfolio of beloved IP to bring several remastered and reimagined experiences to our players in 2020, which we'll announce closer to launch. Of course, Activision's already released Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, Call of Duty Modern Warfare remakes. Activision has a library of dormant IPs like Guitar Hero, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Then there are several Blizzard titles that could be remastered, including Diablo, though the recent Warcraft 3 remaster has been met with criticism by the community. Oh. Yeah, so that one to go. So what do you reckon they could remake next? Like, if it's not a question of if they're going to. They're saying they have several remasters on the way. Like, what's left? Obviously, if we didn't already have Crash and Spyro, people would be like, well, those are the answers. But like, what are the answers now? Like,
they put a social post up with like somebody put a social post up with 3 options that was like Modern Warfare 2, Tony Hawk, either American Wasteland or one of the Underground games. I can't remember what the third one was. But definitely the Tony Hawk Underground games you should definitely, and American Wasteland you should.
They're not on the same caliber of like remaking Crash or Spyro though to me.
For me they are.
I don't know. Like they're like these arcade. Oh, maybe the undergrounds. I guess. Like if they were like, oh, here's Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1, 2, or 3. I'd be like, that's not the same caliber of remaking Crash 1, 2, 3.
No,
Spyro
1, 2, and 3. I don't really care about. No. But
underground,
like the underground games
sure.
where you had those like campaigns and stuff, they were really fun. Like I really enjoyed
story. Quotation.
Yeah, they would be fun to play through again.
Hey guys, it's me, Ben Major from Jackass. Can you do a sick boneless? Kickflip me. Steve-O, don't do that. Get out of that toilet.
Fucking hell. That's number 2. Number 1 had a real narrative and you really connected with its characters.
Who published the Jackass video game? That's what the remake. I played that shit on my fucking PSP. Went off. Ash, you got any remakes?
Angry Birds, bring back a
Alright, calm the
remake.
Fuck down.
Sorry.
Would you look? They're still literally putting out movies.
Dylan, do we need to have an intervention? Ash is coming out with the hottest takes this week. Just
Angry Birds. Yeah.
What about True Crime? Bring back that True Crime series.
Yeah, do you love that? Have you played that? You love them all, don't you?
No, I'm just listing stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're just on Wikipedia page over here trying to figure shit out. Let me try and figure stuff. All right, moving on. GamesIndustry.Biz writes, Geoff Keighley will not participate in E3 2020. Oh my God. Media personality Geoff Keighley will not produce the E3 Coliseum this year. The E3 Coliseum is a live stage show that was added onto the event back in 2017. It was a part of the show's efforts to boost its consumer credentials after it started selling a limited number of tickets to the general public. The Coliseum featured major developers from PlayStation, Microsoft, Bethesda, Square Enix, Take-Two, Epic, and Ubisoft, alongside celebrities such as Jack Black. Keighley, who was best known for running the Game Awards, has led the first 3 Coliseums, but he says that he has declined to take part this year and that this will be the first time in 25 years he has not participated in E3. He said, quote, given what has been publicly communicated about plans for E3 2020, I just don't feel comfortable participating in the show at this time. I saw the E3 website leak this AM and said, you know what? I really need to let people know what to expect from me so no one is disappointed. This certainly wasn't an easy decision to make, but I think it's the right one for me, and I wanted fans to know before tickets go on sale. In terms of future events, Keighley feels that E3 does have a future despite publishers and developers struggling to agree over what the show should be, saying, quote, we're at an interesting inflection point between physical and digital events, and certainly E3 is in the middle of that transition, evolving from what was traditionally an industry trade show. He said, as someone who attended E3 for more than 2.5 decades, there are, of course, a lot of emotions, but when you look at it objectively, E3 is really an idea about uniting the industry and fans to celebrate the medium on a global scale. The future of E3 will be determined based on how effective the brand is at delivering against that goal. He also, I saw when he tweeted this all out, someone in the replies to his tweet asked him if he'll be doing his Gamescom show that he did for the first time last year. And he said, yeah, he's already working on that. So E3 dead, Gamescom winner, I guess. Forever. I guess that's the winner because that was the first one he did last year. And it was, it was fine. It was good. It was decent. It wasn't, mind blowing, but the first one. So I hope you pick it up. But yeah, I think Geoff Keighley, because obviously Geoff Keighley to a lot of people is, I don't even know what you call him. Like he's just kind of like he's at all the events. Obviously, he's like he's just at everything.
He's an industry staple.
Yeah, pretty much. So for him to be like, nah, homie, I ain't going to that shit. Like that does not look good for.
No, it doesn't. It's like, what plans does E3 have this year that Geoff Keighley is like, no, I don't want any part of this?
I'll tell you what plans are. It's fucking disrespect walking around live streaming in toilets, but this time being given permission to do it. No, we're not there.
Fucking hell! I don't think it'll be quite that.
I mean, maybe you're not off the mark. We're not having panels anymore. We're just gonna have a bunch of live streamers walk around the show floor.
We're joking, but I wouldn't put it past. I honestly wouldn't put it past it.
Cut to 4 months time.
Yeah, I was gonna say cut to 4 months time. We'll see what's happening at E3 if it's just fucking streamers walking around annoying people in lines because that's what they get paid to do. But yeah, old Jeffy, good on you, Geoff. Enjoyed how at least he's taking a stand.
Maybe his workload is like increased. Obviously, adding the Gamescom thing. Obviously, trying to make the Game Awards bigger. I'm sure he's got some other things he was probably working on.
No.
Maybe he's dropped
Is
it
it
for...
though?
No, he would have done this. He would have done this if it was thing. This is a staple of his year. E3, usually. You know? Even not doing the Coliseum. For him not to be there in general. Bumming around.
Especially when he's...
Maybe he got like a really good holiday rate during June. He's like...
I don't know if he takes holidays. I don't know what he does on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, that's also very true.
I need to go to Tokyo to catch up with today.
Yeah, sure.
That was the time with the best flights.
But even then, though, like, his words kind of directly contradict what he's actually doing, because he's talking about how E3's there to unite people and bring people together, but by him doing this, it's probably causing more people to be spread apart from it.
Well, you could read his words as that's what it should be, and that's what the direction they're not going.
That's what I read it as. Him being like, this is what it should be, but when you're leaking everyone's details and making it into a fucking carnival show, it's not really doing much. Talking about Geoff Keighley, let's talk about Half-Life, because Geoff Keighley also said in that same tweet that he's really excited that the game's coming out soon, and he's got that documentary thing coming out about it. So Half-Life Alyx, I nearly said Half-Life 3, that would have been a thing. It's got an official release date finally of March 23rd, but also, interestingly, Kotaku wrote this funny story, I thought. Don't expect the Valve Index to come to Australia. It may not seem like the biggest deal in the world that Half-Life Index isn't available in Australia, but when you consider the fact that the headset launched in June last year, and the closest thing the world has ever seen to Half-Life 3 is launching in just over a month as a VR-only game, the headset's absence is downright annoying. So I didn't even realize this because I hadn't even looked into it, I guess. I'm like, surely you could get a Half-Life. To me, the reason no one's going to get an Index headset is because they cost a fucking $1,000 American. It's the most expensive headset you can buy. I had no idea that it was literally impossible to even get one. So the article continues, it's not like Valve hasn't sold hardware in Australia before, even when they were slugging out with the old ACCC over refunds. Valve's Steam Link boxes and Steam controllers were available here, with EB in particular offering plenty of great bargains on the streaming box. Valve didn't have a branded headset of their own at the time, but the HTC Vive was available in small quantities among Australian retailers. Even Harvey Norman got involved, buying a booth at PAX and showcasing their intention to stock VR headsets in some form of their brick and mortar stores. But despite that lengthy lead time and increased appetite from retailers like JB Hi-Fi, EB Games, and others to stock more expensive, higher margin PC gear, there's been absolutely no word on local availability of the Index at all. I've emailed Valve repeatedly about it over the last few weeks, but the company's declined to respond to inquiries about when the Index might be restocked here, or stocked here, or shipped directly to Australians. So it costs, so it's going to cost you about, I don't know, it doesn't say, the HTC Vive, it would have cost you about $1,000 some dollars. Fucking. This person on Reddit said, there have been tons of these threads. Try searching for more information. Personally, I live in Perth, Australia, and I got the full Index kit without any issues. Price takedown is below. Full kit equals $999 US, which equals 1,452.65 Australian dollars. Shipping, shopmate, equals $122.85. Minus $10. GST, $147. Customs fees, $104.50. Customer broker fee, $83. They paid $1,909.31 for a Valve Index.
Yikes. That's a yikes from me, dog.
Now, I'm bringing this up so I can tie it into, I can tie this story into something else. So if you're listening to this and you're like, that sounds horrible, but Dylan, I want to play Half-Life Alyx. How the hell am I going to do it? What's the cheapest way for me to play Half-Life Alyx? Well, dear listeners, I have an official answer, and I think I'm going to try and write this up. There's probably a different thing as well, possibly, because after they announced the Oculus Link cable, obviously at the time I was like, yes, please sign me up. I cannot wait to get this bad boy going so I can play Half-Life Alyx and all these other
PCs. Looking forward to this cable.
Yeah, I was like, I'm really looking forward to this fucking cable. I was super
There's
excited.
nothing I like more than making my wires listening wired.
Yeah, damn right. Now, if you're like, well, Dylan, why do you need the special cable? Why won't it work with just the other cable? It's because the one that comes with it is only made to charge, so it doesn't have the high enough bandwidth to send what it needs to send for it. Like it simply won't work. So you need the high quality cable. Now, here's my process behind the scenes of what I've been going through for the last month and a half. roughly, of ordering different things to get this to work. And spoilers, I now have my Oculus, what the fuck is it called? Quest. I now have my Oculus Quest headset working with my PC hooked up and good to go. I originally was going to look into straight up just buying the actual legit cable. Go on the Oculus website. Not available in your country. Cool. That's great. That's handy. How much would it have cost me anyway? $160 US? That's a lot for a cable. That's a lot for a simple cable. Go on Amazon. Find one that people are saying does a good job. We'll do it. $50. Buy that. Doesn't work. Cool. This is great. Man, I began to wonder when I get this cable, because it's a USB. What was the new one's called?
C?
No, like Thunderbolt, whatever it's called. Yeah.
Lightning bolt?
Lightning bolt thing, like that's into the headset or whatever, and then the other end is the same, but to get it into your PC, unless you have a Thunderbolt slot in your PC, you have to like get a high speed adapter to USB 3.1, obviously. Now the cable came with one, but after I got the cable for $50, I kept wondering if the cable was fine, but the adapter was fucked. So after Googling heaps and trying to find a high speed Thunderbolt to USB 3.0 adapter, which you would think, you're like, that's not hard, Dylan. Surely there's heaps of them. There's not, apparently. Or they all look like, they're all like, oh, $10. And I'm like, no. There's no way that's fucking good. No fucking way that is going to work at all. I ended up buying one for $20 and it got here. And the combination between that and the cable, suddenly it worked. The one that came with it was faulty. Maybe it's just a one-off. Maybe everyone else is fine. I don't know. Either way, I ended up spending around $70 for this cable, which is still less than half what I would have ended up paying with the official one. So I'm going to count that as a win. However, with the Oculus Quest headset being $400 or something like that, and then this cable being like 70-ish, if you do the whole thing, you can end up paying after shipping, I guess, around $500 to $600, and that's how you can play all these PC VR games for the cheapest way. There's my handy tip. Or you just buy a HTC Vive headset. Obviously, it's like $700 or whatever.
Isn't Half-Life Alyx exclusive to the Index though?
Mm-mm.
No, it's exclusive to Steam.
Yeah, don't work with everything. So when they announced it,
it'll probably be optimized for.
It's optimized for Index.
Optimized for Index will be how that.
So it was made for Index and their controllers, which are the most what do you call it, hand nimble or whatever, you know, like they've got the most tracking of fingers and all this sort of shit. So that's how the game was made. And obviously, if you're playing it with something that's not Index, you're not going to get the quote unquote like proper experience, I guess. And it's not going to look as good because Index is like the best looking VR like screens, you know, high quality in there. I don't know what the fuck, 250, 60 by whatever screens inside each thing. But it's still going to play. And I mean, I'm not, the Oculus Quest controllers, actually I have them sitting right here. These, you know what they aren't? They aren't move controllers, so everything will be fine. That's my Half-Life update for everyone. All right, PC Gamer wrote about. Well, I mean, everyone wrote about this week, but like they're the one I went
Everybody.
with. I had to roll a dice at some stage. I'm like, whose story do we go to talk about this? So, look, Outriders was announced. Was it last year?
Yep, last year at E3, you made the prediction that people...
that People Can Fly would announce a new game, and they announced Outriders.
Outriders, yeah.
So they announced that they only showed a like sort of nothing trailer at E3, and now they have done a mass media event the past week to show off the game, with pretty much everyone, it seems, got their hands on, not just like behind the scenes, closed doors type scenario. Like everyone seems got hands on with the game. I was able to try out Outriders.
Extensive.
Very extensive. Like you can watch 20 minutes of uncut gameplay by lots of channels, and they got this CGI trailer up and a whole bunch of things. So the article says, I'll read just a little bit of it because it's like a full preview thing, but imagine having to follow up a game where the catchphrase "son of a dick" was coined. This is the task of People Can Fly, makers of the memorably crude Bulletstorm, with their first new game since Gears of War Judgment. Some of the faces behind Bulletstorm were still kicking around at People Can Fly. Art director Bartosz Belzios, I'm not sure. Design director Pietro Nowalski and senior narrative designers Seisman Barchin are all lending their talents to core members of the team. Director and the rest of them have joined up to work on Outriders. We were introduced to Outriders in a flashy E3 29 CG trailer and again in this week's reveal, quote-unquote, trailer, which is funny because, I mean, wasn't the first one a reveal trailer. After playing for a few hours, Outriders managed to be the kind of 1 to 3 player co-op third-person shooter RPG only People Could Fly could make, a fast-paced, superpower-infused shooter that straddles grid mark and laughably ridiculous. The general running and gunning is more floaty, like a slightly more elegant Division or way less elegant Warframe. You're getting into cover frequently, but you also running and jumping around like a maniac sometimes. You unlock 1 of 4 special classes abilities, allowing you to chain and combine moves that stun enemies and hurtle you across the battlefield for a big area of attack effects. It's nowhere near as corny as Bulletstorm, but you can see it since Outriders cast is at any moment just about to look over their shoulder and mutter, "Can you believe this shit?" So I watched like a bunch of the gameplay, the reveal trailer, everything like that. It definitely is like, does seem like a halfway point between like their work they did on Gears of War Judgment and I guess Bulletstorm's more like crazy, spectacular kind of gunfights and stuff like that. And also the other interesting thing about this is that they revealed that the game will be PS4, Xbox One, PS5, Xbox One X. So this is our first like official game that we know is going to be one of the, I mean, there's going to be heaps of them, obviously, as we get close to the end of the year. It'll be like Call of Duty, is Assassin's Creed, probably, you know, like, but this is our first, like, one that we know about. I think it looks cool. I wasn't, like, totally blown away. I mean, it is just a third-person shooter, but I think the thing that I like the most is that it seems that they're focusing on one sort of thing. Like, it's, when you jump in, you're like, okay, is this trying to be another, like, Division, Destiny, or something like that? It's not. It's co-op only. It doesn't have PvP. It doesn't have random like online, you know, like it's not a daily mission thing. It's just a straight up like co-op shooter. None of the games of service fluff, you know, over here. So
I was super surprised because there's already ads for this game out. Like there's already, on Twitch, there's already ads showing up for Outriders before Twitch streams. And I'm like, and it was just surprising how much effort they're putting into it. Even if it's, you know, it's at the end, it's like holiday 2020. It's like, oh, okay, fuck, you are really going all in on advertising and promotion for this.
Fuck, we still don't know when the next gen console's coming. So it's like, what's holiday mean? Is this going to come out on at the same day? Is this going to come out like a month before next gen consoles? I don't know.
So we get those pre-order numbers up.
I guess, probably. Ash, did you check out any of this stuff or what do you think of it?
I mean, I watched the trailer. It looks cool. I mean, it looks like Destiny with superpowers, I guess.
Well, Destiny has superpowers.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it'd be fun to play in co-op down the line. I mean, it looks pretty. There's no doubt about that. It looks gorgeous, but yeah. We'll see.
It'll be nice to have a co-op game early in the console generation cycle because a lot of
you just have to find 3 friends with PS, 2 friends with PS5.
Well, it depends if there is enabling of cross generation play. Yeah, that'll be interesting.
That'll be key, I think, during this transition.
Yeah,
for a lot of games,
definitely.
Yeah, I'm keen to play it. I mean, but you don't get many co-op games these days, and the ones that we do are all like Destinies or Divisions or whatever else. So the idea of just a straight up co-op game that intrigues me. No, none of the bullshit and whatever else. And all the characters have got their own special abilities. The story seems like kind of hammy and silly, but fun, I guess, at the same time. Got monsters, different areas, boss battles that they describe in the preview event. That sounds cool. Where you have to make sure to tactically use your different characters' abilities to like sort of combo off and take down the bosses and these sorts of things. So, in general, sounds cool. But yeah, it's hard to talk too much about it, I guess, about playing it because you watch the gameplay and it's just like, it looks like a third-person shooter. Like, you know, like it's like, how does it actually feel to shoot the guns and these sorts of things? Like I was watching, who the fuck was I watching? I can't even remember now. honestly cannot remember. Someone I was watching talk. I don't know. I watched a couple of people's gameplay videos. Right? I was watching someone talk about it where they said they usually hate shotguns and third-person shooters. Oh, it was the IGN dude. I can't remember his name. The guy that does all the first-person shooters at IGN. But he said that he usually hates shotguns and third-person shooters because they just feel like kind of non-eventful and weak. Whereas in first-person shooters, obviously they usually like pack more of a punch and whatever else. But he said in this game he like ended up sticking with it and using it because it actually like. It was really good and whatever else. And I can't remember his name, but anyway, the dude that does all the first person shooter stuff at IGN, whose opinion I would trust for shooters.
Bobby.
Hey?
Bobby or something?
No, but someone else. All right, move on to the D.I.C.E Awards. So, firstly, before going on, let's take it. we'll get this. Everyone hold applause to the end. IGN writes, Untitled Goose Game and Control won big at this year's 23rd Annual D.I.C.E Awards held by Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences tonight in Las Vegas. It was co-hosted by Jessica Chobot, Greg Miller. Untitled Goose Game not only had the honor of winning Game of the Year, yet it also won award for Outstanding Achievement in Independent Game and Outstanding Achievement in Character. Control took home the most awards this year with 4 wins, including Action Game of the Year. The only other title that won multiple awards was Death Stranding, which took home the award for Outstanding Technical Achievement and Outstanding Achievement in Audio Design. While no game took home as many awards as God of War's 9 from D.I.C.E 2019, it was still an impressive year, headlined by Goose, who took home the ultimate prize. I watched did anyone check out any of the show at all?
No, I did not.
Or anything? So I
except for I did see the Chobot and calling out Blizzard clip.
Yep, that's quite funny.
Yeah,
that was very good.
Yeah.
Oh, Blizzard's trying to silence us or whatever, and then like the audience is like, oh, so Greg and Jessica did a good job hosting. I think they make a good team. Obviously, they must agree because they've brought them back to the
3 years.
Third year now. So yeah, so that's quite good. And then the rest of the show was mixed because there was like a section of 15 to 20 minutes where the sound wasn't working, or like the mic where everyone was talking, presenting. No one else was having trouble, I guess, in the stage listening because you couldn't tell, nothing was going on. But on the stream, you couldn't hear it, and then it came back like 20 minutes later. So I was like, okay, well, this is shit. But the rest of it was fun. I don't mind watching this award show because it's obviously a peer voted achievement award show, which means that it's not the game award. I don't know, is that the easiest way to explain it? You know, like it's just an award show, people coming up, people getting to honor other people in their own industry, and that's all fun to watch. You know, have Amy Hennig come up and give awards to people and so on and so forth. These sort of like staples in industry, so that's always fun to see. I'm going to run through the list here, and I'll save the most quote-unquote controversial to last. So Outstanding Achievement in Animation went to Luigi's Mansion 3. Outstanding Achievement in Art Direction. I'm just going to read the thing and fuck this outstanding shit. Art Direction went to Control. Character went to Goose. Original Music Competition went to Control. Audio Design, Death Stranding. Achievement in Story, Disco Elysium. Technical Achievement, Death Stranding. Action Game of the Year was Control. Adventure Game of the Year was Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Family Game of the Year was Super Mario Maker 2. Fighting Game of the Year was Mortal Kombat 11. This one was legit fucking weird. Racing Game of the Year was Mario Kart Tour.
Jesus.
This is the only award.
Sorry?
This is the only award where I call hard what the fuck was everyone on when they were voting for this shit. You know, the other nominees were Crash Team Racing, Nitro Field, Dirt Rally 2.0, F1 2019, Trials Rising. I'll take any of them
over Mario Kart Tour. It bombed, didn't it? Like
no one. I don't know. Yeah, everyone that I followed on Twitter that even tried it out or know that tried it out was like, fuck this microtransaction bullshit, you know, like.
Well.
Very weird.
I mean, I don't know. I guess there is a market for it, obviously a younger demographic than probably.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter what the market is. Like I want to know what these developers are smoking that they're voting for Mario Kart Tour. In case anyone doesn't know, because I'm going to bring this up when we get to the last award, because people on the internet are crying about certain decisions here, obviously. The D.I.C.E Video Game Awards are, in my opinion, the closest thing we have to the Academy Awards, because...
It's not about it's not about consumer or anything. Like, there's no fucking game reveals or fucking. It's not a show.
It's about awards. Who votes. So the Academy Award is voted on by the Academy. To get into the Academy is a mix of people that are like nominated or winners, or like you're getting voted on by majority of the people that are in the same industry. The D.I.C.E Awards is I think it's like 30,000 people, like developers and so on and so forth from within the industry. That's who votes. So that's why in my mind this is actually the closest thing we have to the Academy Awards. The Game Awards is nothing like the Academy Awards for obvious reasons, but it's still everyone compares it to it because it's the biggest show, like it's the one that everyone watches and talks about. But really, when it comes to like voting, it's not even an equivalent. So yeah, I don't know why Mario Kart Tour, that makes no sense. Role-playing game of the year, Disco, The Outer Worlds won that one. Not interesting. Sports game of the year went to FIFA 20. Strategy simulation game of the year went to Fire Emblem Three Houses. Online gameplay went to Apex Legends. Woo. Immersive reality technical achievement went to Blood and Truth, which was good. Somewhat shocking because you got Westworld's Awakening, Stormland, Asgard's Wrath. All of these are higher quality, like visually and whatever else, like for HTC's vibes and whatever else. And then a little old PSVR game wins with the Move controllers. Shocking. Technical achievement, interesting. Immersive reality game of the year went to Pistol Whip. In case I've played a little bit of Pistol Whip, I haven't really talked about it here because I don't feel like I've played enough. But Pistol Whip is you have two guns. And it's kind of like I wouldn't call it a rhythm game because you don't have to like do anything within time to the beat, but it still does have music. And like you just like auto move down this corridor.
Yeah, it's Beat Saber but with guns.
Basically. Sorta. But you won't lose if you miss everything. Like it just kind of, you won't get a good score.
It's like a high score thing.
Yeah, it's like enemies appear. You just constantly move down this corridor. You have to like move out of the way of like certain things or whatever else. Enemies show up and you have to shoot them. Bang, bang, bang. Dodge their bullets. But it's not like Super Hot where it slows down. You just have to be like bang, 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 bang. Yeah, so anyway, Pistol Whip. Achievement for independent game, Untitled Goose Game. Portable game of the year, Sayonara Wild Hearts. So it was good to see Sayonara Wild Hearts win something. Achievement in game design went to Baba Is You. Achievement in game direction went to Control. And game of the year went to Untitled Goose Game, which is, of course, is the one that everyone spat at a lot. I say everyone. I mean, comment sections and Twitter seem to spit it over this one. So it beat out Control, Death Stranding, Disco Elysium, and Outer Wilds. How shocked were you, Ash?
Very shocked.
Little old goose that could, So
I mean, yeah, for it to be considered the game of the year, a experience that is reasonably short, especially in comparison to a couple of games listed there. It was very surprising. Also worth noting that Sekiro Shadows Die Twice was not nominated.
Yep. Okay.
I think for a gaming achievement overall, I think Untitled Goose Game deserves it because for a team that is very small in Australia, an indie developer to come out and have the impact that game had across the industry is fucking impressive. Like, of course, your Death Stranding was always going to do well because Hideo Kojima was doing it and it has such big appeal and everybody was holding their breath for it. But for Untitled Goose Game to still come out last year and do so well in the market, not just in, your normal independent charts, but in more commercial places and your general public kind of gamers is amazing. Like the amount of people that would just randomly be talking about Untitled Goose Game or just even the things that game did for everybody is incredible. So I think I don't see any problem with it winning Game of the Year.
I tried to look up what their exact voting process is, and I couldn't find any answers. But I'm presuming that it won because I would guess that they are doing like a ballot system type thing. You know what I mean? Like I reckon it was a lot of people's like second or third vote, and that's how it ended up winning.
System.
Yeah, I reckon it's like a preferential thing, and that's how it ended up winning, which would make sense. But I don't. That's how they do the Oscars as well. You know?
Yeah.
That's how a lot of weird stuff ends up with that, like Green Book. Callback. But anyway, yeah. And I think my biggest takeaway is like, I still, and I feel like I'll say this every year for the rest of my life, whenever award thing happens that everyone spits it over. It's one thing to be like, oh, that's a weird fucking decision. I disagree with that and move on with your life. But the people that act like, no, this is bullshit. You should change that. That's wrong. Like, why does it matter? It's just one award show. Just move on with your life. It doesn't mean anything, really. Like, I mean, it means something, but that doesn't mean anything to you personally. Like, go on with it. Just move on.
Well, I mean, it's a historic thing.
Do you think the same people bitched about Sekiro?
No.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. Probably not. People like, Goose Game's not a real game. Everyone in the IGN comments is like, wow, it only won because it's a meme game. And I'm like, are you telling me that all these developers are only voting for it because it's a meme game? Like, if this was public voted, I could be like, okay, I guess everyone voted for it because it was a meme game. Maybe. But it's not public voted, you know? They got voted for by their own developers and whatever else. Anyway, yeah. So that's the D.I.C.E Awards.
It's just, yeah, it's like interesting looking at that list of previous Game of the Year winners. And it is nothing like any of the other games. Except maybe Journey, which I guess was a very small indie short experience, but...
Mm-hmm. But was more serious so people could accept it
yeah, it's easy to accept that. But I guess it sort of... It evokes a different type of emotion, which... It's like fun. Humor and it's fun and humor, which I guess isn't across the board isn't as taken as seriously.
No,
as serious stuff.
Which is why you never see comedies or horror movies nominated for the Oscars either, because typically genre stuff isn't treated with the same respect as other stuff, and that's probably going to prove true with video games as we kind of see here. It's like Goose Game isn't a real game. Why? Journey was a real game. Yeah. So maybe you're just not taking it serious because it's not telling something that's like quote unquote meaningful or serious. But I mean, it's fun. They achieved it. Alright, so Bleeding Edge beta is kicked off Saturday morning. It's going to run until 7 p.m. Monday. So if you're listening to this day of release, right when it drops.
Sorry.
You've got time to play it. I mean, it finishes,
time.
It finishes at 7 o'clock tonight. 7 o'clock tonight, Monday.
You got like 13 hours at least. Like,
you got time to play it.
If you are listening to this at like 6.
If you're listening to this on the bus on the way to work, you can get home from work and you've still got time to play it.
Maybe. Depends on the commute.
I guess. Why are we spending so long talking about commute times?
Just call in sick.
Maybe it's not that important.
Just call in sick.
Don't know if it's that important. So I played like an hour, I guess, nearly, probably a little bit less, before jumping on here to record this. Kieran, you played a few matches of the beta as well before jumping on this.
Mm-hmm.
Ash didn't because he slept in and he couldn't do it. And
yep.
Also, he's got the disadvantage of time being behind us. I'll give him that one.
Some would say that is an advantage because he could have played more.
No.
No.
I guess the beta came out at 3 a.m. for him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
damn right. So obviously I played.
Sorry that I wanted to be nice and rested for this podcast.
It didn't work at all.
It did not work at all with how you were looking when we got it.
Fucking look tired as. So me and Ash played it obviously at PAX last year before. So I'll let you go first, Karen, because this is your first experience of Bleeding Edge. Oh, in case anyone doesn't know, Bleeding Edge is
the Overwatch killer. Yeah.
No, Bleeding Edge is the hero-based, melee-focused, objective-based. What do you call these type of games? Arena fighting.
It's a hero puncher.
They're like champion shooters or hero shooters.
Yeah, hero shooters, but there's not really shooting.
But not
hero
really
puncher.
There is some shooting. There's actually more shooting than I was expecting in this game.
Only with certain characters, and not with your like main fighter types, really.
Oh,
I think so. Either way, it's like
3 or 4.
There's 2 game modes. One of them is straight up objective, like capture objective A, capture objective B, 2, C, D, whatever, how many they are. They come up and disappear, and it's basically Overwatch. That mode reminds me the most of Overwatch. And then the other mode is battery capture?
The other mode is power cells.
Yeah. So these power cells appear randomly, or they'll tell you like they were spawning in like 10 seconds. You have to get to them, crack them open, collect them, and then you have to like not die by the time they activate the thing that lets you then dump them all in these sort of things, which give you a whole bunch of points, and then obviously will give you huge advantage towards becoming the winner. Yeah. So Kieran, what are your thoughts on the game so far?
I'm super interested by it. I really like the character design. The gameplay modes are fun. So far, all the games I've played have been very one-sided, one way or the other. And there's always levers at the minute, but that's the beta. That's what you kind of deal with. That's the beta. I think the actual characters are very diversive, and there is some really cool character abilities and designs that I really enjoy. I think at this point in the beta, there's a butt ton of balancing that they need to do, but this is the whole reason for the beta. That's why they're doing the beta, because I think at the minute the tank characters are very strong. Like
they do too much damage.
They do so much damage I agree. Like at the minute it's very like they do so much damage. They're so mobile, and they've just got this massive health bar, and you just can't get away from them. Like,
I played as the big woman, whatever her name is.
The pink-haired chick. She's actually, I think, in my opinion, the most busted of the characters, because I'm like, she could pull, if you do get away from her, she has a chain that pulls you back. Mm-hmm. She has good mobility. It's like, this is dumb. She has a slow to slow you down. She has an AoE effect that just hits everything. I'm like, this character's broken. Also, the Polynesian, like the Kiwi tank, is also kind of broken as well.
All the tanks
with the same thing.
They just need to do
all the
less
tanks
attack
are kind of
damage.
Less damage. Also found out, Dylan, because I was messing around in the dojo just trying to learn characters and work them all out. For 3 characters, and only 3 characters in the game so far, if you hold X, they do a special attack.
Oh yeah, and
it never tells you this in any of the tutorials, and there's only 3 characters.
You have to read. Yeah, every time I played a character, I clicked to open up their like moves. I mean, to boil this down to make it like sort of comparable to another game we talk a lot about, I guess like Apex. So Apex, you pick a character, you look at their special moves. It's like their passive does this, their L1 does this, their ultimate does this. That's their moves, right? In this game. And even in like League of Legends, it's like Q, E, R, whatever. Like it's very simple. In this game, there's way more variations. It'll be like, this person has like several different combos. This person has a hold X move. This person has a hold square move. This person has a dash X combo. This person has 2 ultimates to pick from. Every character has 2 ultimates to pick from. This person has like a square X. Like there's so many more combinations of moves to learn that the point is, I feel like this is literally a game where it's like, you should just focus on one character, because if you're going to try and play heaps, you will not remember what the fuck you're doing with all of them, because there's so many different choices.
And they have such varied playstyles, and even just the ideas that is solely on one character. Like one of the tanks has, like Lucio in Overwatch, can press right trigger. He doesn't have a block function, it means, or he doesn't have an evade function, but you press the right trigger and it switches between healing and a high movement speed mode. And then that also changes his abilities as well, and it's really fucking weird. And it's just learning the game is very full on at the moment, where I'm like, okay. And then on top of that, there's mods, so you can get passive buffs that you can make for your characters. Yep. And I'm really enjoying it. I'm interested in it. There's just minor tweaks that I'm like, don't love that. Like at the minute on the mini map, you can see where the enemy team is at all times, unless they've got like an invisibility.
No, surely it's only if your team has vision, no?
No, it's all the time.
I thought it was only if someone.
It just seems to be all the time in both maps I played, because there was times where I was playing a character with invisibility. I would bail from a fight. I would like jump out of sight. I'd jump, and like as my invisibility, I'd see on the minimap all of the characters like turn and start running towards me. I was like, this is some broken shit. Like it's just
I feel like that might be
it's just balancing
or something like that. Because I feel like you're only supposed to be able to see people if they're in team vision.
Probably. Yeah, no, it's just on the minimap. It's just everybody. It's like, well, this kind of sucks at the minute. But other than that, I think it's really fun. I enjoyed the couple games I played, and the characters are really interesting to play. So yeah.
I enjoyed all the matches I played. Obviously, I was really impressed with what I played at PAX in that one match, which I feel like getting really impressed in one match is like a big plus for a game if you could be excited after one match. And I still think the number one thing that impressed me at PAX is what I'm enjoying now, which is that it just, even though from an outset looking at the design, watching a trailer for it, potentially you could be like, oh, it's an Overwatch ripoff or something like that. But when you get in and play it, and because like it's so focused on melee team fights where everyone's kind of just together and getting fucked in one big circle, it makes the game stand out completely to all the other like games like this, obviously including Overwatch, because of the team fight stuff. And also, if you get good at this game, only for this latest beta did they add in the fact that you can now parry. So they're getting more like proper fighting mechanics in the game now, where it's really hard to do, but if you get good, you can parry and you can evade and whatever else, like proper fighting games, and you can practice that and hone those skills. I've played as so I made sure to run through and play as like every type once, and I did 2 matches as attackers. Both those matches were easy because, well, here's the thing. No one knows how to play this game at the moment, it seems, or people that I'm playing it with. Only one match did I see one person playing the game properly, and that was because I was playing as a support character, and the enemy tank with the grapple pool fucking thing, that the big chick, she would just, as soon as I walked in, she'd be like, hey baby, and she would just like chase me like a motherfucker and just push me out of the team fight so I couldn't heal my teammates. I'm like, you're the only person I've seen play this game properly, and my whole team was like, not like, I'll come help my healer because that could be a possibly good move. Like they're just like, homie, I'm out.
I played my second game where I was like, I've been playing the support Miko, and so I literally played the second game and I was like, right, this game I'm going to pick somebody on my team and I'm just hanging out with them for the entire game. Like, I'll just follow them. Very quickly into the match, I realized they had no fucking clue what they were doing and they were just running around weirdly. And I think they were trying to follow me maybe at the same time. And I'm like, no, I'm a support character. I'm here to help you. You go. I'll help you heal and stuff. It's just,
that's what I feel like the problem with this beta is. Like, I feel like I'm going in like, even though I'm learning the game, I have a basic understanding of like how to play these types of games, obviously. And I'm like, okay, so this character does this, I'll do this. And then other characters who are playing certain roles aren't playing their role at all. And I'm not getting too frustrated because it's the beta, but I'm still just like eye rolling, like, dude, like, you're at a tank. Like, why are you fucking all the way back there? Like, get in the fucking fight. Like, what do you, and then like you run past your support, like 0 health, like, bro, fucking heal me. Like, what are you doing right now? What, are you just picking random characters? Are you reading what they even do?
I think maybe, I will say maybe for the supports, some people who might be having hard times with how you target allies and stuff like that.
Oh, it took me like a second to get used to. You press Y.
Sometimes that's a little bit... No, that's for that healer. The one I was playing, you have to like... you just press right bumper whenever you want to heal it, but you have to be like within range and you have to like kind of be looking towards where they are, and it's not certain. Like, it's not like you target them. It's just you run towards them and hope you press it to heal them. It's just, it's just one of the nickety things.
Well, fucking try. If I'm running past someone low health and they're not trying, Jesus Christ, I'll kill it. Then the other thing I like is I will say I think I prefer the straight up objective based mode because it's just because I mean I play 2 matches of both somehow because it's randomized at the moment when you click play. Both my objective based games straight up, like take objective A, take objective B, blah blah blah. They were closer games because people could understand what to do, and they're like, okay, we're team fighting to take this objective. Cool. Both the games I played of the battery shit, I just snowballed because my team and the enemy team are just over here fucking fighting, and I'm like, you know what? Use good. All right, peace out. I went around the whole map, collected all the batteries, and won the game. No one stopped me. 2 games in a row. No one even came to stop me.
Yeah, because it was just like, first, okay, our team has established dominance over the other team. So I'm like, okay, most of the time that's because the other team hasn't picked a tank character properly, and you're like, well, we have 2 tank characters,
I played
so we're
one match where
this.
the whole enemy team was all 4 were attack characters, and they blew up like flies. Yeah,
it's just like, you guys don't do enough damage to these tanks, and these tanks do too much damage, so good luck with that. See you later. It's a little bit ridiculous at the moment. But I think, as we said, that's what betas are for.
Yep. And they're doing one more, it's worth noting. So this one finishes, they're doing another one like a week or so before release as well. Mm-hmm. So there's time to try it out. You excited to jump in after, Ash?
Yeah, sounds good.
Are we us talking
gotta make sure I play a tank.
Or, yeah, right,
just got to play
just
a tank.
Play a tank. Just play a tank, and you just run at them. And
I feel like I surely feel like the amount of time me and Kieran have like talked about the whatever else here, or talked about like Kieran's talked about Overwatch, or like we've forced you to play League, or talked about League, or anything. I feel like you have to be like picking up
by osmosis. Osmosis has to be kicking in via podcast.
I understand what you're talking about.
Yes,
because you get to a stage. That's what I'm saying. You get to a stage where all these whatever you want to call these types of things, be it your leagues, Overwatches, whatever else, any sort of like hero based thing that's objective based, you don't even need to have played it. You just understand like attack characters, support characters, tank characters. That's a fucking whatever. Like you just get a general understanding for these sorts of games. So you should just be like mentally picking up on what we're.
This could be your game, actually. This could be your game that you're just like This could become your new Apex Legends.
I'm about to go pro, guys.
I'm legit. Look, I hope this game does well, because I think this game has like good potential for esports type stuff if done well. Like, not
does
straight away.
The fact it's on Xbox like hold it back?
It's on PC.
It's on PC as well. It's on PC as well.
Yeah, so I'd say no.
But it's just not PlayStation. Then I don't.
I don't think it matters. That's fine. Yeah,
I don't think that matters.
I don't think it's going to hold back anything. Yeah, it's PC and Xbox. That's fine. It has enough.
Especially
Game Pass as well.
Especially this has Microsoft money behind it, because Microsoft will be like, "What? And a chance to establish an esport? Let's go."
Yeah,
take the money.
Yeah. I feel like it could, because it's different enough. It's like similar enough, but then also different enough. You know what I mean? Like it's similar enough, and people looking at it being like, oh, like it looks like things I've done before. But then it's different enough that it could like stand out on its own once people get in. And as we're talking about it, it's a lot more complicated than it looks from the outset, kind of thing. Especially once you open up your character's abilities, you're like, yeah, like all these things. But you pick up stuff pretty quickly. Like the match I played as the big tank character, it's like, okay, so there's like I press a button to run fast. All right, I found their support character or their assassin, and then you just fucking YOLO charge at them, lock onto them, grapple them, press your slow button, press the button to start swinging shit around. Suddenly they're dead. All right, cool, GG. Like that was fun. So you learn what your combos are quick enough, and yeah, it's fun. All right, let's talk about embargoes, because this funny story happened over the last couple of days. That
hilarious.
I mean, hilarious if you're not them, I guess. But so IGN writes, Nintendo and the Pokemon Company have announced that they will no longer work with a game publication after once reviewers leaked images of Pokemon Sword and Shield back in November 2019. This story is noteworthy, I'll say, in like the reason everyone was kind of writing about, because usually you don't hear about this stuff. Like usually if a company like blacklists a site, they'll just do it, and it's like, whatever, we just won't talk to them. We don't have to tell anyone, and they don't really have to tell anyone. But for whatever reason, Nintendo was like, you know what? Fuck them. We're going to name and shame. And it was interesting. So the reviewer worked for Portuguese website F Nintendo, their biggest problem, and received a copy of Nintendo Switch game early. He then shared photos of the game online that revealed multiple Pokemon and Pokemon Sword and Shield that were unannounced at the time. Nintendo and the Pokemon Company discovered the source of these leaks and took immediate action. But now the two companies have gone further, announced in a statement released to press today that they've cut ties with that reviewer and F Nintendo completely. Both he and F Nintendo failed to handle confidential material, resulting in a clear breach of confidentiality agreement between Nintendo and the media outlet. As a result, Nintendo will no longer work with F Nintendo, reads the statement. Nintendo will always protect its intellectual property and brands. Leaks hurt not just Nintendo, but thousands of employees who work hard to bring these games to market, and the millions of fans around the world who look forward to the news and surprises. To surprise and delight players through new experiences and shared passion for Nintendo and the Pokemon Company, we will pursue all avenues to reserve surprises for players of future Pokemon titles. Nintendo has released its own statement on the matter, which admits to being the source of the leaks and offers an apology. At the beginning of November, a series of off-screen photographs leaked multiple new and unannounced Pokemon from Pokemon Sword and Shield. We want to take this opportunity to openly admit to our readers that Nintendo was responsible for leaking some of these photos. Nintendo offered us a copy of the game for review purposes with clear embargo guidelines, to which we agreed. This copy was then sent to one of our reviewers who leaked the information. Following investigation, Nintendo severed its relationship with this reviewer. Our relationship with Nintendo Portugal dates back 11 years, but our partner's leak is a clear breach of confidentiality agreement between us, and as a result, a total breach of trust with Nintendo. We recognize it is impermissible to break embargo guidelines, and we failed to handle the review materials with sufficient care. We fully respect Nintendo's decision to cancel the confidentiality agreement between our companies, and as a result of this breach of trust, and accept that we will no longer receive products from Nintendo, nor will we be invited to attend their events. We want to apologize to Nintendo and the Pokemon Company and to our readers for letting them down. So IMO, their apology is like, please don't sue
Please
us
don't do this.
something like
We are please, but also at the same time, for a website or a company to be called F Nintendo, to no longer have an active working relationship with Nintendo, you are kind of fucked. Like, to not have any acting, like, even to a point where it's understandable to be, a Nintendo orientated outlet, and you're working towards that Nintendo partnership. If you've gone past that and you've
lost it after 11 years of having it, and Nintendo is the kind of petty company that's not giving that back. You've kind of just written it off and said, no longer,
hey,
that's not a thing
guess
anymore.
what? We're going to be making redundancies.
We'd like to announce a rebranding at the same time of Xbox.
yeah.
Hey, Microsoft, how you doing?
We are changing our focus and ethos.
Yeah, that'll be the smartest move. But yeah, how does everyone feel about this in general? Like, just Nintendo kind of naming and shaming them.
Great. 100% yes. Do it. I feel like there isn't enough, even though they sign these agreements and stores sign these embargoes as well at the same time for even the store side of things for selling the games, the amount of times you hear about leaks or embargoes breaking where it's like, you're like, shit, why? And you know what? These big companies at the end of the day are kind of just okay with tanking the fine, where they generally get fined a couple $1 million and they're like, yeah, it's fine. It's okay.
I don't think IGN wants to.
Yeah.
No,
I don't think they do. But there's bits. So I think there needs to be a better system put in place for making sure embargoes aren't broken and that people do the right thing. And not just for the big companies, but for small companies and small websites that are getting the privilege to review and work with these companies.
Ash?
Yeah, I think it's a good move, especially something as massive as like leaking images from the game prior to its release. Obviously, that's like a big no-no and like very much up against the embargo. I think embargoes are a thing across every industry. I saw someone complaining about like movie review embargoes. Someone complained about that. Of course, there was a massive story coming out of Cannes, was it last year? Someone tweeted about the Joker like right after the screening, even though they specifically asked for like not to say anything until after public screening, and then subsequently went on a massive rant about embargoes. But I think if you sign an agreement, and a lot of anytime we get like one of these games, they do provide like legal documents for us to sign, and that
no one reads.
No one. Yeah, that's true. You need to follow those, even if it's as simple as don't post social media stuff. Even if it's positive, it's like you've got to follow the rules just so it's fair for everybody else as well.
It's not like they make it hard for you to find out the embargo date. If you get the game, you get told the embargo date several times.
Yeah.
Like, it's made pretty clear.
Yeah, I think...
And it's not just for fairness, it's because that's their marketing strategy. So if you're putting stuff out early, you're fucking with their plans.
Yeah. They could have literally had a trailer that was going to reveal said Pokemon in it, and someone leaks the Pokemon, and then that trailer is fucked. You know? Like, that could have been part of their marketing strategy. Like, we'll release this trailer, it will reveal these Pokemon, blah, 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 blah. That's what we're doing that week in the lead up to launch. You know, in this case, I definitely feel like, because I wrote down as a thing, like should breaking embargo lead to a full ban from a company? I would say it's dependent, in my opinion. Like, for example, let's say you accidentally press the wrong button completely by mistake and they publish their Pokemon review a day early. I don't think that's ban-worthy, especially first time. Like, I feel like honest mistake's honest mistake, and that's like you shouldn't have done that. But I feel like you're telling me the truth. Just try not to do it again. You know, but obviously if they've done it 3 times, it's like, I feel like you are incompetent, and maybe
I feel like there should be some kind of not universally recognized, but a system of like strikes where it's like you get kind of one gimme that's kind of like a slap on the wrist when it happens, and you still have to have a good reason of why it happened, and then it proceedingly gets worse of a punishment as you do it. So
eventually, you just assassins come and kill you.
They just DDoS your website. They just take it down. They replace it with just
porn.
You know,
porn. Yeah. Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Got him.
You get more traffic. I think that might be a mistake.
Porn.
Nintendo, the family company, putting up porn websites everywhere.
Nintendo, yeah.
Got him. Porn. Yeah, but I definitely feel in this case, it's like there's no way around it. It's like you don't accidentally upload Pokemon that you know very well haven't been revealed yet to like certain places and whatever else. Like that's 100%.
Like not on F Nintendo though, was it? It was like Reddit and that kind of stuff.
No, the reviewer who worked for F Nintendo leaked them to like Reddit or wherever. Like,
so really, the reviewer fucked everybody.
Yeah, so he fucked himself and his like potential career in video game writing, and then he also fucked F Nintendo. And in this case, I would say it's very much fair because obviously I feel like there was Pokemon leaks happening kind of all around the place. I don't know if the stuff that I remember seeing was all from this person or not. I haven't looked into that, like gone back and looked at the ones that did happen or whatever else. But I remember when that was happening, like seeing people on Twitter being like, oh, I don't want to see spoilers, I remember seeing some people look up the spoilers. I personally was like, I don't want to see the Pokemon spoilers because I just want to see the Pokemon for real in the game. So then when I turned it on, I'm like, oh, it's a Corgi monster and it evolves into a Houndy. That was a lot of fun and I didn't have it spoiled and I was like, oh, it's cute. That's fun times. And I understand like if people are leaking the Pokemon, then, you know, I would say that's one of those cases where people are rightfully should be allowed to get annoyed if they have like Pokemon spoiled for them ahead of release that weren't officially released, because it's like I would have liked to have ran. I know we talked about this once already, where I agreed and I felt like part of the experience for some people, and I wanted the same one, was just to like run into the grass and be like, the fuck is that? Like, you know, that's part of the, because that was part of the fun for the first couple games as a kid, you know? Like, I remember the first time I ever played Silver and I found a milk tank, I was like, gee, Willikers, like, it's a cat, it's a fucking...
Did your monocle fall out of your eye at the same time, or fuck?
Like this cow standing on its hind legs and gonna buy some of its milk. So those sort of experience. So yeah, I feel like this is 100% a thing, but yeah, I feel like there's a line between purposely linking stuff that potentially ruins marketing team, developers that have spent ages trying to keep these secrets. They were excited to reveal them for the first time so that they could like feel happy about it. The consumers and the gamers that were looking forward to finding out these things at the appropriate times when they were revealed to them, and one person just fucks it up. And even if you accidentally posted your review like 24 hours early, that's not even that big of a deal because it probably wouldn't have had spoilers in it, you know? Like, obviously, it's still like, don't do that. But, like, in the scheme of things, it probably wouldn't have had as much spoilers as all of this sort of stuff. Anyway, any other thoughts on this before we wrap things up for the week?
No, pretty good.
We're looking at it over there, Ash. We're looking at it.
No, I was just trying to see if, like, the reviewer had come forward and put out a statement.
I doubt it.
No. You know, but they're not going to put up a video, like, opening with, like, a sigh.
Yeah.
And blaming everybody else. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Just
really
would
like to say no. They never say sorry. I'd really like to say that my behavior was a thing that I did that some would say.
I'm sorry that my behavior offended.
Yeah, I'm sorry that you're upset. Not like I'm sorry I did anything. Yeah, fucking YouTube videos. Anyway, that'll do it for this week's episode of Arcade Couch. Of course, you can find us all on Twitter by heading to explosionupnetwork.com/ Twitter. This week's question is going to be about the Activision thing, so feel free to let me know in the tweets on the mail at explosionnetwork.com with the subject line Arcade Couch. What Activision game should you see should be remade next? Let us know which one, because we thought of shit ones.
Remake Skylanders.
Remake Skylanders? Fucking
yeah.
hell, actually.
I don't think they need to do that.
Skylanders MMO.
We'll see you next week, same time, same couch. Bye. Hey, don't forget you can subscribe to the show wherever you're currently listening, and you can drop a review if you can. Find more great shows like this and more content over at explosionnetwork.com, and please consider supporting us for as little as $1 over on our Ko-fi page by heading to explosionnetwork.com/support. Thanks for listening.